Hey, what's up you guys, and welcome back to the world. Sorry for the extreme lack of uploads recently, but I am here and we need to talk because there are some things that I just need to get off my chest. So there is something that I just need to get off my chest, and my friend's been badgering me about it. Over the past 18 years, my movie preferences obviously have changed a lot. From being just a little kid to being almost an adult. But there's one film franchise that I have never ever gotten around to, and my friends have judged me so hard on this that I have never seen it before. I had never seen High School Musical before. I had never seen it. I had never seen anything of it. I hadn't seen any of the movies, and my friends were just judging me so hard because they were like, how can you even be a Disney fan and you've never seen High School Musical? Like, I know, I had never seen it before. It's crazy. But since now I have Disney Plus, it gave me the perfect opportunity to see it. To see all three movies, High School Musical 1, 2, and 3. So I just wanted to share my thoughts on the movies because, I mean, this was my first time ever seeing them in 2020. I had never seen High School Musical, but now I have, and I just want to give my full thoughts. And just before we begin, shout out to my friends Stacy and Natalie for basically making me break down and see the movies for the first time, just making me just break down and see the movie, because I had been putting it off for so long, and because they were like really upset that I had never seen High School Musical. And there were a couple reasons why I had never seen High School Musical before. Number one, it came out in 2006, and in 2006 I was 4 years old. Second of all, I was a Nickelodeon kid, so I really did not get into Disney stuff until I was like 10. And third of all, whenever I saw High School Musical on TV, I really didn't appreciate music that much. I didn't appreciate music as I do today, so I always just skipped it when I came on Disney Channel, and I never watched it. So, and now I'm almost 18 years old, and I have seen it for the first time in 2020. I know. So I just want to give my full thoughts on not just the first movie, not just the second movie, not just the third movie, all three movies. Giving my thoughts. So this is going to be one wild ride, and shout out to my friends Stacy and Natalie for making me break down and watch the movie. Okay, so my thoughts on High School Musical. I saw all three movies. I saw them almost at the exact same time. Not the exact same time. I saw one back to back to back. I started watching High School Musical on, I believe, Wednesday night. It was around, like, I believe, like 10 o'clock. I started watching that. I ended up watching it. I ended up finishing it, and then I started watching the second movie, but it was around midnight, and I was really tired, so I fell asleep. And then I finished watching it the next morning, and then I saw High School Musical 3 right after that. So I saw all three movies back to back to back, pretty much. And if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I really, really wanted to hate this movie. I really did, because I was thinking to myself, oh, this is just going to be some generic Disney Channel original movie. It's just going to be some boring, it's so predictable. Like, oh my god, it's going to be so predictable. But I saw the first 5 minutes of it. First of all, the first 5 minutes. I know it's really early to say, like, that you really love a movie, but I really, really enjoyed it after the first 5 minutes. I thought it was really, really good because the songs are very memorable. These are songs that you can quote, you can sing on the daily because they're so memorable, I feel like. So, what else did I want to say about this movie? I just thought that the chemistry between the two leads was very good. Honestly, there were so many moments where I was like, I was like so happy to be watching it, and so happy that my friends made me watch it, because I thought very low of this movie. I thought very, like, I didn't think much of this movie, but once I started watching it and once I finished it, I was thinking, wow, what have I been missing over these past 15 years? Because believe it or not, this movie came out in 2006, and I was 4 years old, so I didn't get to watch it, obviously, because I was 4 years old. But I was thinking to myself, what have I been missing throughout these X amount of years that made, what was I doing that made me miss watching this movie? Like, it made me blow off the chance of watching this movie. And then Disney Plus came out, and all the Disney Channel original movies plus everything else came on Disney Plus. So, literally gave me no excuse not to watch it. And I don't know why I'm doing these movements with my hands, but I really enjoyed the first movie. It was really good, and I was excited to see the second movie. The second movie I thought was even better than the first. I don't know if people will hate me because of that. I'm not sure. I'm not really a High School Musical. Well, wasn't a High School Musical fan. But High School Musical 2 I thought was really good. It was a change of pace. Really not being set in a high school. But, you know, just the change of scenery and being something that we're completely not used to, like, being successful, and, like, I've seen many things like that before, like, stories like that, where it's like, you become rich, and, like, you're being more successful, and leaving your friends behind, and then realizing that you're wrong, and going back and becoming one of them again. Like, I've seen many stories like that, but I think this movie did it the best, honestly, because they did it in song and dance. And then High School Musical 3. I saw that right after High School Musical 2. And I also thought that this movie was absolutely amazing. I didn't think it was as good as the first two, but I thought it was really good because this movie was actually a theatrical release, and Disney released it under their Walt Disney Pictures name. So it wasn't necessarily a DCOM, but it looked like a high budget movie, but it really wasn't. It only had a budget of $11 million. But it was a theatrical release. And I just thought that it was really good. Like, showing off, like, high school ending, like, the normal way of high school ending. But I really enjoyed all three movies, and there are a couple reasons why. The main reason is because of the music. Obviously, the music. The music is just so good, and it's something you can quote, like, every day. I've said this before. But there's also a reason why I love this movie is because it's, like, so unrealistic. And I think that's what I like about it. Is, like, these type of movies aren't meant to be realistic. Like I said on Facebook the other day, I wish I lived in a world where we broke out into song and dance, because honestly, that's a world that I'd love to live in. Not even joking. That is a world I'd love to live in. The world of High School Musical, where you break out into song and dance for absolutely no reason, and I love that because I do that every day of my life. My friends can tell you. I do it every single day. I just break out into song for absolutely no reason. So I'd love to live in a world like that. And also, the characters, very memorable. I mean, you got Zac Efron, Vanessa Hudgens. They were great together. I swear to God. And when I was watching the movie, I don't know if this is something that I was thinking, but this is like the one negative thing I have to say about it. It's like, the voices that were singing these songs, they did not sound like the actors singing them. Like, whenever I heard Zac Efron singing, it didn't sound like Zac Efron. Do you know what I mean? But, I mean, overall, this film trilogy, I thought it was really, really good. And it was something that I was missing in my life. Having not seen it before, watching it for the first time, I really enjoyed it. Because, well, it's something that I would like to live in. Like, a world where, like, you break out into a song for no reason. And there are similar movies like that, like Teen Beach Movie, Lemonade Mouth, Camp Rock, other movies like that, that I think they kind of like build off of this, but I feel like this movie obviously did it best, of breaking out into song for absolutely no reason. Now, if you want to watch all three of these movies, just do yourself a favor, go get Disney Plus, because all three movies, plus the High School Musical, the series, is also on Disney Plus. So if you want to go check those out, I will put a link in the description so you can go sign up for Disney Plus, sign up for a free 7-day trial, not sponsored, obviously. I just love plugging Disney Plus because I just love Disney Plus. I just love Disney, obviously. But yeah, all three movies plus the series is on Disney Plus, so if you want to go check it out, I'll put a link in the description so you can go sign up for a free trial. And that is it for me today. Now, if you haven't already subscribed, I suggest you do that because I am going to start going on I'm going to be doing a more consistent upload schedule, like maybe a couple videos a week. I'm not going to set specific days. Just know that there will be a couple videos coming out every single week. I have a couple videos coming out next week. Is It Really That Bad's coming back for next Thursday. And hopefully I'll be able to film another vlog. Hopefully doing something interesting. But just, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe, because I make new videos every single week. Is It Really That Bad coming next week? I think for Is It Really That Bad, I think I'm going to do what one of my commenters suggested. They suggested doing The Wild. So I think that's what I'm going to do for next week, The Wild. So stay tuned. Stay tuned and subscribe and punch the bell. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!